All right, everyone, we're back here with HB. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. And we'll start with Jason Jones.
Hey, what's going on, Harrison?
How you doing, man?
All right. Just getting with the season so close to starting, and I know there's been different lineups you guys haven't really had a chance to use yet, whether it be you with the 4-3 guard lineups. And I mean, last season you even played some fives. But what do you think about some of the lineup flexibility you guys could have this year and what that could mean for where we might see you on the floor?
Well, like you said, we have a lot of flexibility with our lineups this year. Primarily, I'll probably be starting the season at the 3, but to say that there won't be stretches where I play the 4 or another position is definitely possible, and I think we'll see that at some point.
And just, I mean, you've been through a few camps. This is your first time, but just how much more just compacted did everything feel with things starting so recently, and now you got a game on Wednesday?
It's crazy. The kind of the quick start from where we were that first day to kind of having 4 games in 7 days, and now getting ready to hit the road tomorrow for a game on Wednesday. It seems like training camp is so short now, but I feel like we got a lot out of it. It was good for our group to come together and get closer, and now the marathon starts.
Sean Cunningham.
I guess to that question, just how ready do you guys feel because of all that, knowing that it is Wednesday?
We feel good. We've been getting after it, the past couple of days. We have a good kind of baseline for us in terms of playing those preseason games and getting that experience, getting our legs underneath us. So, we feel good coming into Wednesday.
And obviously, these past few days were pretty important coming out of the preseason. How important did you feel they were, both to balance both rest and also kind of work on some things before you tip it off on Wednesday?
For us, it was more about playing. Getting those days to just come in the gym, put time on the clock, coach, get our shots and weight room time, but really just scrimmage and play. And we saw a lot of things, whether from a confidence perspective, guys feeling better, more confident about what they're doing on the floor, or just our overall philosophies and what we're trying to do. So it was a productive couple of days.
G-Man.
Harrison, I'm curious, we talk about your versatility and probably starting the season at the 3, but seeing some time at the 4. How much do you relish the challenge when you get the one-on-one isolation post-up opportunities?
The biggest thing is I just want to try to, make the right play, whether that's, a kick out, whether that's getting a score, whether that's, setting up another action, whatever it may be. I definitely just try to take my time, be patient. I've had my ups and downs, and just in terms of learning how to be effective down there. So I'm trying to make the right play.
Thanks.
James Ham.
Hey, Harrison, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. We spoke to Marvin yesterday, and he's upbeat, but he's different than he has been in the past. How much have you seen him grow just in personality off the court, and sort of figuring out how to not get too high and not get too low, especially with the injuries?
His confidence has grown a lot, and he definitely feels more comfortable out on the floor, just knowing what he's supposed to do, knowing what we're asking him to do. It's a lot all at once, especially with different coverages and things like that. But he's, after having been in the league for a couple of years now, he definitely has a comfort about him, and I think a lot of that starts with the work that he did this summer. He had a very professional approach to his work ethic, putting the time into his game, and it's starting to show.
I know you guys have goals and expectations, but what are you kind of looking for this season, knowing that, again, it's going to be wild, it's going to be condensed, and it's really, we have no idea what's going to happen from start to finish?
The biggest thing learning from last year and all the uncertainty that happened with the season and coming back to the bubble is, our start. We know for sure that the first 36 games are scheduled to happen. So making sure that we come out of the gate, we take care of business, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, and not looking back and saying, man, had we, won some games here, if we had taken, this stretch of games more seriously, what could our season have been?
All right, guys, time for last few questions. Jason Anderson.
Hey, HB. Last year, training camp was kind of weird for you guys too. Even though this feels shorter or is shorter, does it feel like you guys were able to get more or less in just because you didn't have all of the travel that you had last year?
From a training camp perspective, I feel like we got more out of this training camp just because we were here than last year. Last year, with the trip and everything like that, it felt a little disjointed. But this year, I feel like we were able to build momentum and really have some continuity with our practices. Having the games, even though they were kind of a day in between each of them, it allowed us kind of build a little bit of a cadence. So this year was really productive.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right, last question for Harrison. Tony Harvey.
Yeah, this is just real quick, Harrison. I remember last year around this time, you fed some kids from the Boys and Girls Club at Fixin in Oak Park. Just wondering, what are you doing for this holiday season? I know it's an odd time, with the season starting around the holidays, but how are you adjusting to that, and you and your family?
We are continuing to be active, doing something today. That'll be announced later. But the biggest thing is trying to provide as much as we can without physically being present. There's a lot of times, during the holiday season, you like to go out and you like to, to be in the community, talk to people, just engage face to face. And, with COVID and, protocols and things like that, that's not going to be possible. But we're trying to do as much as we can, find different ways to help out and to be supportive.
And my last question, how are you doing your shopping? Probably not in store, but are you, doing online shopping? How are you trying to get that all fit in?
Online shopping, man. That's how I've been, getting gifts and, getting the Christmas presents.
All right, thank you,
Thanks.
Harrison.
Happy holidays, Harrison.
Happy holidays, guys.